All right, so this one here, I really like this attack, using the lapel. It makes the jiu-jitsu game kind of fun, entertaining and creative. And here's a nice little collar choke series like with the lapel. So a lot of times when I'm passing the guard, this guy gets your foot trapped. Whether you did a half guard pass, a knee cut pass, or simply I was side control and I wanted him to catch my foot. I do that a lot in side control. Sometimes I'll feed this lapel, pull the lapel out to my hand here, and then just to control his hips, I'll put my foot in. The reason why I'm doing that is this keeps his hips faced to this side. And that's what I want him to do. I want him to be stuck on one side. Now I don't just stay upright, instead I'm sitting on his back leg, essentially, as I'm passing this leg through. I want to feel his back leg here. Okay? What I'm going to do now is I have the lapel underneath. We're going to go for a basic baseball choke. I bring my hand, I'm going to come inside, place my hand to his neck. Now look, I'm going to feed the lapel to my hand. Essentially, when I grab with the lapel, I grab very high. I need to loosen up just a little bit. This guy's going to be trying to sit up into you. Okay? Makes his grip a little easier. Submission 1, I bring my elbows together, apply the choke. Submission 2, I turn my hips out, I pass, I keep my weight down on this guy. Now, the more I try to walk to finish a traditional north-south, he's going to follow me. He keeps following. It's not really good for me. So I'm going to step my leg over top of his head, my knee blocks his head, and then my head's going to block his hip. So I step 1, 2, bridge up, and apply my choke. And my arms are straight. You see the way my arms work? It looks like I'm holding a baseball bat, holding it on his neck here if he just keeps his head to the ground so we can just look. As I go to pivot, that's what applies the choke. The rest of my body is controlling his hips and his head and making it difficult for him to move. Say I go for option A, I try to come in here. This just isn't working, this guy's blocking. So look what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring my palm up, feed the lapel to my hand. Anytime I grab the gi, notice, look, I don't just grab underneath, I always grab behind and higher on my grip. Same thing when I feed down here, I don't feed just to my hand, I always grab higher on my grip. So I have underneath. This is the same grip right now as a palm in the collar, okay? So the first attack, I'm going to come here and this guy tends to block my wrist. So I'm going to circle my hand underneath, make a connection of my wrist to this guy's neck. Most common mistake guys make for cross collar chokes is they just grab whatever and try to squeeze. And it's completely wrong. Make the connection, just like this, it wraps around. Make the connection to his wrist. Grab onto whatever is there. Bring him into you, choke. To make this position tighter, drop your knee, open your knee, go to the mount. Choke again. Third choke. I come in. 2 ways this guy brings his arm across. Option A, this guy's overreaching where he should be. Shoulder comes on. I want to keep a hold of this wrist and keep it not punched out, not up, but more down like I'm trying to feed it between my legs. And I'm going to place my shoulder, not my chest, but my shoulder right on this guy's shoulder itself. Okay, and what this does is my wrist bone is in one side of his neck, blocking one artery. I'm pushing his own shoulder with my shoulder into the other side of his neck. It's a Bravo choke, so it's a Darsh choke. Come on. And I apply my choke. If he happens to sit up into me at any given point in time, it only tightens up the choke. And keeping this wrist makes it harder for him to roll away. Now, second option, I come here. He's not overreaching. He's a little smart. I need to pull him. I could try to grab the wrist. I could try to grab the gi. I love grabbing the elbow. So I threaten the cross choke. Pull the arm across. Place the shoulder on. And then I apply my choke. Okay, so those 3 again. Option 1, regular baseball choke. Option 2, I feed the lapel. I come across, he's bringing his hand, he overreaches with his hand. Shoulder comes on. Option 3, I'm coming across. Remember we talked about circling the hand under? I didn't show that one, I'm sorry. So I block, circle under, choke. That's our option 2. Option 3, we pull. Option 4, another variation. I come, he's not overreaching. I just pull the elbow across. Put my shoulder on. And then I apply my choke. Oh wow, this guy has my foot in there. Doesn't make too much of a difference. I like him to have my foot. Honestly, I feel like it makes it a little tight. And get creative, guys. You don't just have to set this up from side control. You can set it from half guard, set it up from mount, let that guy trap your foot and go. Set it up all over, get creative, play with it. The more creative you can be, the more times you're gonna finish people. Hope you enjoy, try it. Puss.